This Friday, 24th of June 2022, but I've video after 24th June 2022. Movie the premiere. It is Boga, a premiere all over the world. And Ghana has said they are coming to Ghana right now. And I'm about Kutuka International Airport. My man, Elikem Kumordzie. Right, good evening.
Evening, sir.
Make a happy new year because we've not had a conversation the whole year.
This year, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, like an interview. We've not even had an interview before.
We've met on a friendly level.
Yes,
just once.
Interview.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we are here now.
That been a memory. So they just pop movement.
I hear a cramp, but me try interview. We are here for Boga. We're here for Boga, the movie. So let's do Boga. And now it's up to you, man, Charlie.
What your cast of the movie?
Yes.
What is the movie about, Boga?
So Boga is a movie that talks about the transition between Ghanaians and Ghanaians living in Germany and coming back to Ghana. As a main character, no, you want to Ghana, and I'll call Germany, call Hozo Kakra as a child, Unyi or Germany, and I'll Hozo Kakra back to Ghana, and going back and all the hustle and bustle in between. So when my family members say, "I'm to me Boga call Germany, need their kahuno." And the troubles that come with it. Me, personally, I played just one significant scene. Me role, me play one scene, and it was
the whole movie.
In the whole movie,
just one scene.
Just one scene. That means to me a Boga, me for Germany by, and there was one phrase that was very significant to the movie, and that's all I played.
Okay.
But it's a German and Ghana collaboration. Okay. Into a Ghana film.
Okay.
As a German for, solid production with Germany and the Ghanaian production team, a collaboration. So the quality of the movie is German standard, is Hollywood standard. I'm talking picture quality, sound scoring, and even the actors. You are JT Ananwom, you were Lydia Forsin, you were Eugene, on a lead character, German or a Ghanaian German,
okay.
And so on. And we're premiering on Friday, like you said.
Okay. Just one scene.
One scene.
What made you agree to that?
So I went for the audition process, and that's what I love about professionalism. I went for the audition. I didn't make it to the specific roles that were supposed to be given because maybe I didn't look the part or sound the part, whatever the case was. But the one scene I played, I accepted it because, like I said, my line was very significant to the whole film, and it's almost like a transition point in the film. Made me very picky with my roles, but I remember one scene. My role I one scene I significant as opposed to a major character behind family baby. Yeah.
But did you enjoy that particular role?
Oh yeah, of course I did. I was also a German that came from Germany, and it was like a club setting, and we're having drinks, we're talking, and then my line came in. Person my ball line, movie.
It's okay, don't you?
What's it?
Okay. German or moving in.
So
German Boga.
And then, but Boga nankasa na huge main character. I was also a Boga, Mamika Chi. Okay, Manka German.
So let's look at Elikem being on a German-based set. I mean, you said I'm for German.
Yes.
And I worked a lot of movies here in Ghana with German Ghanaian production. Right. You heard difference and then what the tuning.
So, unfortunately, and I want to pick my words correctly. Unfortunately, no. Some Ghanaian producers and directors play mediocre. That's what your industry is. So being on such a production and feeling the quality and professionalism just makes you feel like Chale Ghana yenyadia. And not just that, my shooting movie was South Africa. My shooting movie, I shot Silver Rain with Juliet Asante. That was also a Pan-African film, and I was shooting some of the scenes for South Africa. And Juliet Asante, also a very professional director and producer. Talk about Avak Washiga, talk about I haven't worked with Shirley Frimpong-Manso yet, really? But we've had many banters, many conversations about coming on a set, but I'm either traveling or something happened. I'm yet to work with her, but stories, I'm at TF Shirley, I've heard that she's a very professional filmmaker, and I really want to work with her eventually. But like I'm saying, in comparing these German productions and Ghanaian production, there's a big difference. And Ghanaians know yemu be and now these foreign influences or movie production houses are coming in to at least help build the industry, because partnership now with Ghanaian based production, we won't say Ghanaian-based productions, no, as in the professionalism with time and picture and correction and so on and so forth. So it's important that these collaborations happen, and that's why I urge Ghanaians to come and watch the movie, because when we support and patronize the movie, these other people who come and do collaborations with us, who say, oh, at least yeah bibi wa Ghana, appreciate it, yeah to minya esika back into more. And those partnerships will go a long way to help Ghana and the industry as large, because we don't have it. We're trying, but we don't have it. We're not there yet. And this movie has already won 18 awards, 10 internationally and 8 locally. So it's something to come out to watch. And I'm happy to have been a part of the production, even with one scene. I got to see how professional, things can be.
How professional things can be, all quiet for just one scene, What did you see right on set? What other productions were happening and is a no-no for us?
So from the audition process, me actor dada. Inti Malco frame, he called me for. So there's a difference between auditioning and what's it called? Casting and auditioning. Okay. So when you're being casted, you're auditioned for a specific role to see if you fit in it. And from the time we're being called for auditions up to the time we're shooting the whole professional vibe, you go, you read, you get your script, you read, you do the audition for the director, they talk to you, then they shortlist you, then you go back for the next audition for a specific character, and then I was called on set. The one day I was called on set, man kotina set so Ghana movies, ebimo yebe from now kotina ho, yebe ka say call time 11, ubetina ho sa 3 p.m. 4 p.m. now untwa senior. But over here they call you on set, and in 30 minutes, 1 hour, you're being prepped to go and shoot. So timing was perfect. Then you talk about the kind of equipment I'm used here, from camera to lights to sound. Everything was being placed and was being put properly in order. And like I said, some Ghanaian productions, it's just that there's still a lot of mediocre, and we need to check it.
Which said now, like, I didn't know who was set to say where it is a no on a Ghanaian set.
Time, we call sets be what do. And I almost say, you better starting moving. I say 11. Me drew her 10:30. As at 2 p.m., 3 p.m. now the director and producer hadn't even come to the set. I left. I just got my stuff and I left. They called me. I told them I was in Accra already. I returned their money to them. I couldn't do it because the first day with such unprofessionalism, imagine what will happen the rest. And now I could committee on that now we traffic one scene. After they to me, you will film you. Now I say what disappointed the whole production. I just left.
Have you shot in Kumasi before?
No, actually, no.
You try to Kumordzie movie there?
Debbie. Me try Kumordzie movie. Me training each other and your papa inti. Maybe I'm on family shame.
Oh, no, really.
And now I say I just haven't been considered.
Obian Froda.
Debbie.
Why? It's not weird for you.
So I said, Kumawood actors, Gollywood actors, English actors, no. I said there's some sort of segregation. To me, we don't really mix. I said Nanama McBrown, or to me call left and right. I've acted a couple movies with Nanama McBrown, and so on, and a few others. But I say yen to me Shadam mixing. Almost say yen brofosem dodo. Yen so say almost petrino dodo. I say separation but it will be nice to merge, because Kumawood movies are very authentic. They speak typically about the Ghanaian culture and so on and so forth. And I say English movies, and sometimes in we try to depict the Western world and what the Western stories are. So being original, with our stories, you bet me if Kumawood English actors, it go be.
Now it looks like most of them are doing short skits for YouTube platforms.
Right.
People argue that sustaining the industry we have right now.
Right.
Will you agree to that?
Yes. Again, there's a lot of mediocre. There's a lot of mediocrity in the whole industry, to the point where say, actor person would train my director and a producer and be friend and sana why you movie a movie no story ninya there. And now say quality ninya papa. And now sikana umde mama o kramponu sikani eswa intend to mean sheda nya. But if you take matters into your own hands, as Zionfelix, to say you want to rewrite your own narrative. You used to do radio in Legon, but you don't want to go to another radio station for them to cheat you, so you start your own blog, you start your own platform, you control the narrative of how you tell your story the way you want to tell it, and then it's original to you. And see, me feel say technology and YouTube and those platforms is some of the best things that that has happened to the entertainment industry at large, because people can control their own narratives. And see how people blow overnight.
Yeah.
You are not waiting for the next director, because truth be told, sometimes no, we call audition more than 1,000 times, so be unfair, but if your talent no. So it's a good thing that, you know, some of these platforms came and it's come to help and push things. And I'm appreciative for it. Make I also start to use Zubi. So be a YouTube channel.
So you agree, said Dr. Elikem Kumordzie are helping to sustain the industry
so
as of now?
They're not necessarily helping to sustain that industry, because it's a different kind of industry. Your YouTube and your social platforms and your streaming platforms is a different kind of industry to the mainstream industry.
Okay.
Now, you can do mainstream stuff and put them on those platforms, but short skits and things sometimes are not as professional and cannot be, let's say, published or shown on like a Netflix or a major streaming platform or a DSTV. But it also helps sustain the individual's talent and the individual himself, because it can be a source of income for them. So it's not necessarily helping the industry, but it helps mostly the individual more than the industry.
Okay. Elikem Kumordzie is one of the cast for the movie Boga, which premieres this 24th day of June 2022 here in Accra, Silver Best in the Gumatarium now. So Oba with me at 7:30 and 9:30 for first and second showing respectively. This movie has been all over the world. I mean, I met this lady, Lydia, in France, not of Germany, never, because of the premiere of the movie. It is a very beautiful movie. You have 2 kids?
Yes, I have 2 boys.
2 boys.
How many do you have?
I have 2.
Yeah, we the good hand, you know.
So
who 3 and I'm a third one.
Yes, the
medical.
I just saw videos of you and a lady. I mean,
Hajara.
Yeah.
Oh, my baby's mother.
Your baby's mother.
Hajara, beautiful girl, you know, very respectful, kind-hearted, pushes me a lot, you know, towards my accomplishments and achievements. You know, wonderful person.
Okay.
Wonderful person.
People are saying that, I mean, you didn't hide your first relationship and issues by and it was all over. And this one, or they be hiding, won't hide it. And I still, you are posting her, posting the kid, and driving around town, posting videos.
The reason why I post some of these videos and pictures is strictly because I am using my social media as like an album for memories. Into me post this I'm wanting for another world in whom, although the world sees and my fans appreciate, but I post them more for the sake of memories. Mostly, so that one day, maybe I'm in hobby. Pictures. No. My son can go on there and see what it was like hanging with.
We have iCloud. We have even places where you can make them private.
Lose the password. Do you know there's a guy who has lost his Bitcoin coin password and he has $144 million sitting in the account, and he has 2 more tries. Apparently, you have 10 tries with the password. Main pair password as MBA. With the Instagram.
And if issues comes, I mean, you give room for everybody to also talk about it because it was public.
True. It's public. I don't have a problem you asking me right now because I put it out there. Yeah, it's fine.
Will you marry her?
I never say never. I'm not thinking so much of marriage now. I've been in a marriage before and it didn't go so well. I'm taking my time now. I've seen her parents, we've spoken, if that's the question people are asking and people want to know. It's not like we're hiding. I'm not hiding her, I'm not hiding anything. Like I said, she's a wonderful woman and I'll talk about her any day.
It didn't go well in your previous relationship, marriage?
Yes.
Are you happy? Are you happy?
No one is ever happy. I didn't go down on my knees on the VGMA stage because I wanted to have a failed marriage or a bad relationship, you know. I was hoping for the best, but you know, unfortunately...
People become happy after walking out of a toxic marriage.
So I am not happy that things went wrong. However, I am not dwelling on the negative side or on the fact that it didn't go well. I feel like where we are in life today is as a result of lessons we've learned from past mistakes and failures and so on and so forth. So I embrace failure. I'm actually waking up looking forward to my next failed attempt so I can learn from it. And that's what I do.
Do you wish that marriage never ended?
Well, marriages are good things. Sometimes children are involved, so you want to keep it for as long as you can. But like I said, you can't control the narrative of things sometimes, and when things have to go sour, they go sour, and unfortunately they go bad and they go off.
So if we are to ask Elikem, what will you advise people out of your previous marriage? What will you tell us?
So the funny thing is, my ex-wife and I, Pokello, we were having breakfast at a place called Sam Levy's Village. I forgot the name of the restaurant exactly. And a couple walked in, two people walked in, a man and his wife. And they sat down and they recognized us and we started talking. And they said they've been married for 50 years. We're like, oh wow, 50 years is a long time. So then I asked, I was like, so what did you do that sustained your marriage for 50 years? Can you tell us, Pokello and I? And they said, you need to have a lot of patience and tolerance. And I still believe in that having a lot of patience and tolerance can take you a long way. And I don't think we exercise, Pokello and I, or me in general, I'll speak for myself, I don't think I exercise a lot of patience and tolerance. Having said that, sometimes as a partner of another partner, you get tired of certain things that are happening in the relationship, and you try to make it work so much that if it doesn't, then it's better to it's better to go your separate ways than to force yourself, because mental health is a very important factor. It's a very important thing to remember while you're with someone. And so that if you are not comfortable in the space, or you are not happy where you are and it's affecting you somehow, some way, you try to get out before, again, it gets so toxic to kill you.
Was that your case?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't my case. It wasn't my case.
Who was putting a lot of effort for things to work?
So the thing, maybe this is the first time I'm ever going to say this on your show, but the thing with Pokello and I was, there was a long separation before divorce. And there was a misunderstanding of where we were going to live. I tried to move to Zimbabwe for a bit. I dismantled my machine into pieces, traveled with it in suitcases, tried to start my business over there. I had a few customers over there. I was there maybe 2-3 months, and it wasn't going so well. Economy of Zimbabwe, up till now is not so good. So then we are like, okay, so let's try come back to Ghana and see if this will work in Ghana. And for some reason, Zimbabwe was more comfortable. Everybody knows Pokello is comfortable. She was good from the start, and I was the one who was, rather working to make ends meet more. Pokello was good. As in, she and the family were quite wealthy, and I was the Ajapako guy who was coming out of nowhere. So it was more comfortable to be in Zimbabwe than to be in Ghana because of assets we owned over there. And there was that unfortunate settling on where to stay. And distance never worked for anybody I know. It didn't work for me either. And that was one of the major factors for me that didn't make it work for me. So a year after, I analyzed things and I was like, you know what? Let me see. Trying to move on is a bit difficult for me because I'm still married and I have that marriage tag on me. So why not get a divorce? So then I called and I asked and I was like, you know what? It's about that time and we've been trying, and so should we get the divorce? And I sent the papers and it was signed and here we are. Yeah.
Did she ever complain when you were staying with her about, the finances and everything?
No. Pokello was a very down-to-earth woman. Pokello would sit in my Nissan X-Trail at the time with no air condition, in the back. I have a picture and video of her falling asleep with baby Tristan. Pokello would eat whatever. She was living in my single room with me at Jolu. She was so down-to-earth. All the wealth she came from and all the money she had didn't mean anything.
Were you feeling insecure?
No, sometimes people would say, Elikem is a gold digger and he's only there for the money. So it hit me a little bit. That's why I wanted to come to Ghana on my grounds, and so that we work from the bottom up. But it wasn't so much insecurity. It was more of, just wanting to do my own thing, mostly.
Thank you very much, Elikem.
No, you're welcome, boss.
So that's Elikem Kumordzie. Boga premieres this very Friday, 7:30, 9:30 p.m. for first and second showing, respectively. My name is Zionfelix here at the airport. Bye-bye.